Hello, this is Dr. Stanley Bivins, and as you can see from this beautiful face, I'm African American, and yes, of course, that has impacted my life greatly. Now, being a descendant of slaves and brought here, forced here, and not knowing where you came from or who you are has really been a big question in my mind for a very long time. I remember when I was 18 years old, no, I was about 16 years old, I went down to the courthouse in Americus, Georgia. That's where I'm from. And there were no blacks that were working there. And I asked them for the slave ship records because I wanted to know what part of Africa did I come from. And the people were like, the slave ships, the records, what slaves, what ship, what are you talking about? And I was like, I am a child of slaves that came here a long time ago in the 1800s and way back then. So they acted like they didn't know what I was talking about. So anyway, I never found out where I came from. So years later, about a year ago, I did get a DNA test. And I finally found out where I came from, who I am. I'm 25% Nigerian. I'm 2% Chinese. I'm part Indonesia. I'm 2% Great Britain. I mean, I'm a mutt. Basically, I have a lot of things mixed within me. And I'm proud of every percentage of who I am. I'm 2% India, Native American. And it's just amazing. I mean, knowing that has really given me, I don't know, it's like a foundation to work from. I'm proud of all the parts of me. And I know the history has been rough. And I grew up in the South, Georgia. Things were difficult. My parents told me about how things were when they were growing up, but it wasn't as bad as that. But, I have faced racism. I've been called the N-word many times. I remember I was in a grocery store in Georgia, and this little 2-year-old baby was like, Mama, look, that's the N-word. And I just looked at the child, and then I looked at the parents, because I'm thinking, this child has learned this from you guys. What are you teaching your children? Now, after the Civil War, the blacks were promised 40 acres and a mule. Well, we never got that. And I sure didn't get mine. But I decided a long time ago I was going to get my 40 acres and a mule. And I was going to do it through my education. So right now I am working on my 4th master degrees. I have 1 master for myself. I got 1 master for my mother. I got 1 master for my father. And this master that I'm working on now, my 4th one, is for my grandmother. So I have 1 more to go after this. That's going to be for my grandfather. 5 masters. I got 1 PhD, 1 for myself. I think I'm going to need 2 more. 1 for my mother, 1 for my father. Because they wanted to go to college. They wanted to go past 5th grade. They were not allowed because of the status quo. They had to pick cottons. And my mother told me about how she was picking that cotton, the hands and fingers and everything bleeding. Oh, me? I don't do anything where I have to use my hands. I don't do labor. I use my mind. My mother always told me, my parents, mother and father told me, I want you to do better than what we did. I want you to go farther than where we went. And I'm saying to the society, I want that 40 acres and a mule that was promised to me, and I'm going to get it. In fact, I already have a mule. I have the education, and I'm middle class now. I was brought up poor, Georgia. I got money now. I don't struggle anymore. I got the education. And, I still don't have that 40 acres yet, but I'm going to get it because I want it. It was promised to me. So, being a black man in America, it could be really difficult. I mean, with all the shootings, police shootings, just shooting in general, the violence. You know, every time I go to Guatemala, and I just love it because over there, I don't feel like a black man in America. I just feel like an American. And when I walk down the street, I hold my head up high. And I just feel so good over there. Because people, they don't know any of my history. They don't know about the slaves. They don't know about all the racism and all the other stuff that I have to deal with when I'm here. And so when I'm over there, I just feel different. I think that's why I'm so addicted to going there. I've been there like 12 times to Guatemala during the summer. I usually go there during the summer, and I spend my whole summer over there. And I just feel like a completely different man. I just love it. But I don't let racial things get in the way of my progress and where I'm going. It has affected me to a degree because sometimes I have this second class thing going on where I don't feel sometimes I am as good as the next person. I think I was made to feel that way growing up in the society that I did. But I'm over that now, and I'm still getting over it, and it's not going to affect me. I'm going to be a great leader in the school system. I hope one day to be an assistant principal, and then a principal, and then who knows after that. So, I'm Dr. Stanley Bivins, and nothing, you hear me? I said nothing is going to get in my way. Yes, I'm a black man, and I'm a proud black man. And I'm not just black, I'm everything, I've told you my DNA. So I'm looking forward to working in this program at Dominguez. I'm really excited about my prospects and what I can achieve. So let's go on this ride and let's see what happens. Bye-bye.